Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my dream of wanting to become a surf photographer slash filmmaker. So I have been using for this so far my D7-100 and this 70 to 300mm lens. I've been shooting mainly from the beach, car parks, cliff tops, like anywhere I can get a good vantage point, but there's only so much you can do from the land, and that's why I really wanted to get in the water with this camera. So I looked into getting myself a housing. Now, I was pretty shocked at how expensive they were. For a housing plus accessories, to get yourself on a sort of basic setup for this camera would cost you at least £1,500. Instead of spending thousands of pounds, I bought this. It is the GQ 518 Tteoobl. Basically, it's Chinese and it's a plastic bag. It cost me £24.99 and it looks like this. The problem is with buying housings is they're specific to your camera. So if I bought a housing for this camera but then upgraded to a Canon, it would no longer fit the camera. So I'd have to buy another housing. Until I've decided what I want to upgrade to, I am not going to buy a proper surf housing. This bag, on the other hand, can fit most DSLRs with sort of a short lens. So a lens like this length, it couldn't fit this lens in it. You'd have to buy a bag with a longer port. So this video is mainly my review of this plastic bag. So my first big tip is test this bag before you put your camera in it. I tested it about 3 times because I was so anal about it. I'd stuffed some tissue in there, closed it up, put it in a sink, put some rocks on it so it's completely underwater, left it for a few hours, and when I came back, I opened it up and there was no water inside. Good sign. So the bag also comes with this little rubber ring thing. This ring fits around the end of your lens, like so. It's meant to help the camera sort of stay within this sort of middle bit. You now want to try and put the camera in the bag, which I have to admit is not very easy. So probably better if you take your lens strap off, but I just tuck it in there. And then you sort of have to funnel the camera inside the bag. Okay, and then try and, sometimes the strap gets in the way, which is kind of annoying. In fact, it's doing it now. There we go. Camera is in the bag. When you fasten it, you have to squeeze out, or try and squeeze out as much of the air inside the bag as possible, because the more air that's inside, the more buoyant it will become, and it's literally impossible to take this underwater if there's air in it. You have to be careful of these fastenings because what happens is they can easily just pop off, and if you don't have these, you can't take it in the water. So be careful that these don't fall out. They're pretty fiddly, they're not ideal. So you sort of clip in, you push them into the other side, and then you twist them down. Now I think this is meant to be a neck strap, but I personally put it on my wrist. I mean, these aren't ideal clips really. To be honest, if you were really serious, maybe just take a bodyboard leash off a bodyboard and put it onto here. But the only thing is I I say that, but I would never take this in big surf. So I did my first test with this camera in flat water. So I took it in the sea. I'm going to show you some photos over the video so you can see what pictures we managed to get. It was fun. I mean, it was the first time I'd ever been in the water. The first time I'd ever managed to take this camera in the water. So it was really good fun. You have to do your camera settings before you get in the water, because accessing the controls through these like finger holes that they've given you, and 2 finger holes here for the zoom, is literally impossible. And it was really frustrating. I wanted to change things and I couldn't, and I almost thought I was going to end up shooting in auto purely because I just couldn't change anything. The other thing I would say is, as you can see on the pictures I'm about to show you, you have to hold the camera against the plastic there. You have to hold it like that, because otherwise it ends up sort of veering off like this, and as you'll see in the photos, you get this sort of black corner, which ruined quite a lot of photos that I liked. So you have to press that against there while I was trying to shoot. It's a challenge. Once I was conscious of this, the photos, they started to get better. It just takes a bit of practice, I guess. I did try and go underwater with this, even though I tried to expel all the air from it. It just wouldn't go. It was too buoyant. It's too difficult. After I had tested this in flat water, I decided to take it into some surf. It was only 1 to 2 foot. I really do not advise you going in surf any bigger than that with this, unless you're feeling really confident with it. I felt a bit more relaxed as I'd used it a few more times. You can see some of the shots over the top of this that I've got. I mean, I just wanted to get in the water, and this allowed me to do that. There are many negatives to using this plastic bag, but without it I wouldn't have got these shots. So I'm pretty happy, to be honest, and my camera did not break, and that is the main thing. Conclusion. Well, if you're like me and you don't have a lot of money, you're a student, you're just setting up, you have this passion that you want to get in the water, and you have a camera that maybe isn't worth that much money, go and get one. But be very careful. Do your tests. Don't take it in big surf. And have fun. So if you have any questions about this bag or anything, do it in the comments below, and thank you for watching.